All right, thank you for joining me for a 60-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up our body, and then we will hop into 26 into yoga, 26 postures, 2 breathing exercises. If at any point in the next hour a posture or something does not feel right for your body, remember that you can modify, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. Yoga at times is challenging, and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain, a point where we could cause harm to ourselves or others. For the sun salutes, you're going to come towards the top of your mat with your feet about hip width distance. I'm going to stand back and show you in periphery. Take a moment with your arms down by your side, stand up nice and tall. Bring your hands together at heart center. And we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down like you're pulling yourself down to the floor. Hover just above. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do Cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or Up Dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for Down Dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, and then think about pressing your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling. If Down Dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Slowly exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. If that lowering down motion doesn't work for you, skip it. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your child's pose or Down Dog. Otherwise, pull yourself down and then inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, lift your hips up for Down Dog or sink your hips down for Child's Pose. If you are doing Down Dog, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles. So you're not just pressing your wrists into the floor, you're evenly distributing your body weight on your hands. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, hands together, arms with your ears, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift your arms, look up. Slowly exhale as you fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, keep looking forward, step back, high plank, lower down. Inhale, Up Dog, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, Down Dog. Press your heels down. If your heels are not touching the floor, try taking a wider stance. And if you have tight hamstrings, knees can bend a little bit. Otherwise, press your thighs back as you lift your hips. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, root your eyes, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful, so that's our little warm up. We will now hop into 26 into yoga, starting with pranayama, deep breathing. Come to the middle of your mat with your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale. Elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down. Use your chin to push your knuckles down. Palms face the floor, elbows up, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Use your eyes to trace an arc along the ceiling. Stretch your eyeballs back, reach your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push and squeeze. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. Second set, feet together. Interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring all of your knuckles, even your pinkies, under your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. You're learning to breathe slowly out of the mouth. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. So you're breathing against the back of your throat. Think of your throat like a valve, a little constricted. You breathe slower and longer. Exhale, head up. So this breathing exercise is helping us to learn how to control our breath. You're also working on neck and shoulder flexibility. Inhale, head down. Over time, you'll also learn to expand the lung capacity, stretching the fibrous tissue of the lungs. Exhale, head up. Keep your knuckles under your chin like glue. Squeeze palms, wrists, forearms, and elbows together. Inhale, head down. Make this the deepest breath so far. Chin down, elbows up, stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Most relaxed exhale so far. Eyes open, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath, second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries or cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip, stretch up out of your waist, and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, think about stretching up and over. Good, and then come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Keep your arms with your ears, chin away from your chest, neck in line with the rest of your spine. From the side, looks like you're leaning against a wall behind you. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line. Slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left. You're stretching the left side body and toning the right side body. Keep your chin lifted and the weight in your heels. Press your hips a little forward, move your upper body back, arms with your ears. Push your left hip a little forward, 2 hips in line. Now scoop your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. So for the rest of class, we're gonna breathe through the nose. If you ever find that you're like holding your breath or you have to breathe through your mouth, slow down, do a little bit less. Keep the weight in your heels, arms with your ears, jaw relaxed. Push your right hip a little forward, 2 hips in line, left rib cage a little forward so your chest is opening to the wall in front of you. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day, take a deep breath. Full lungs, keep your eyes open. Relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending, lower back, middle back, and upper back. Keep the weight in your heels, press your hips forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, good. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Go down with a flat back. Knees can bend. Think about hinging at your hips. Hands to floor, relax your head, let your head hang heavy. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. Back bends can be really stimulating, so then we do forward curls that are more calming, cooling, soothing. Padasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Wrap your elbows together behind you and roll forward. Keep your knees bent, stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Let your head hang heavy. Eventually face to the shins below the knees. Never force your body. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your big toes. Press your big toes down. Spiral your inner thighs back. Lift your hips up. Pull and stretch. Good. Change. Come up. Biceps with ears. Try to come up with a flat back. Again, knees can bend as you hinge at your hips. Nice. Arms down. And you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the right as you press your hips to the left. Keep the right arm and right leg super strong. Sometimes as we come down, the knee and elbow start to bend, right? So thighs tight, glutes tight, weight in the heels. Inhale, lengthen your arms. Exhale, come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Use your left hand to pull your right hand to the top left corner of the room. Push your left heel into the floor. Push your right heel into the floor. Get a little deeper at the end. Come down, push, and push, and push. Change. Inhale to come up. Second heart opener, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back. As you look back, notice if your hands are coming apart and the wrists are bending. Squeeze palms together, push index fingers back, push your thighs forward, lift your chest up, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Arms with ears, hands to floor. Drop your head, go for another walk. Move your hips, shake your head. And second set, here we go. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from behind. Wrap your elbows back behind you. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. So if at any point in class it feels like your back is like tugging or pulling, not in a good way, you want to ease up there, right? We're never causing like harm or pain in the body. If it feels good though, pull. There's not a lot of pulling action in yoga, and it's a really important function of the human body. So if you have a grip on your feet, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good. Change. Come up, arms with ears. Very nice. Arms down. And you stand a little taller. Awkward Ukatasana. Step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet, perfectly parallel, like 11s. Arms up, parallel to the floor. Triceps tight, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down, hips into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, stomach in, and lift up. Lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back. Change, inhale to come up. Keep your arms there. Press your hips a little forward. Spread your toes wide for maximum surface area, and then lift your heels, playing with balance. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if your knees are going way out or way in. Point your knees forward, heels forward, sit down, lean back, and change. Inhale to come up. Last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. You can stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down and stop when there's a 1/2 inch gap between hips and heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward. Thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine straight from the side. Beautiful, and change. Slowly come up, shoulders down. Good. Heels down, right foot back, arms down, standing tall. Take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance, and show you from an angle. Insides of your feet, parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, bend your knees, sit back and down. So think about moving your lower body back in this posture. You can stick your butt out, think about bringing your knees, your shins back to the wall behind you, and then start to lean back, shoulders down, chin up, chest up, stomach in. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there, press your hips forward and lift your heels. Now think about moving everything forward, like heels forward, hips forward, stretch up, sit down. So press your heels forward, shins forward, knees forward, tailbone forward, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, still breathing. Squeeze knees together this time, so thighs turning inward, let your heels come up and slowly sit down. The slower you do, the better you do. That's where we gain the strength, the balance, the control. Stop when there's still a little bit of a gap between your heels and your butt, so you're not resting. Triceps tight, shoulders soft, fingertips active, lower abdomen in. Change, slowly come up, thighs together, knees together, good. Heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, right arm under left arm, right under left. Palms together, thumbs towards your nose. Pull elbows down, sit back and down, stay down there and bring right leg over left leg. Right over left, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If your foot's wrapping and it starts to come out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, left side. Bring your left arm, zoom, under your right arm, left under right, thumbs towards your nose. You can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down, keep your hips low, and bring left leg over right leg. Left over right, cross twist, and breathe slow and smooth in and out through your nose. On this side, bring your knees a little to the left, and upper body to the right. You want wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankles, weight back in your heel, sit down and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Second set, right arm, broom, under left arm, wrists straight, fingers in line, pull elbows down, sit down, keep your hips low and bring right hamstring over left quadricep. Try to wrap your right leg super high over your left leg. Cross twist, squeeze and breathe. We're starting to decompress and open all the major joints in the body, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulder blades, scapula, hips, knees, ankles. Left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward, sit down and lean back. Change, feet together, arms over your head. Last one, here we go. Left arm under right arm, thumbs towards your nose, pull elbows down, sit down, try to keep your hips low and bring left leg over right leg. Still squeezing, still breathing in and out through your nose. Notice if your hands are to the right of your face, bring your hands to the left and then pull right shoulder down to even out the shoulders, knees a little to the left, upper body to the right, sit down and lean back. Change, feet together, arms over your head, slowly arms down. Party time, you can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. Okay, standing head to knee. Dandayamana, Janu Sharasana. Shift your weight to your left leg so your big toe points forward. We're gonna use the muscles in the standing leg to keep the joints and bones stable. So think about contracting, lifting all the muscles in your left leg. From here, lift your right leg up. You can point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, stomach in, start to round forward and eventually pick up your right foot. You're welcome to lift your knee high so that you don't have to round down as much. So you're always welcome to start with your thigh and your chest. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, start to kick your right leg forward. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back, press your hips forward, flex your right pinky toe back. Notice if your heel is turning in and the knee is turning out. Bring your right heel a little to the right. If both legs lock, start to bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day, elbows go below the calf muscle. Change, slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg so your big toe points forward. Squeeze, engage all of the muscles in your right leg. Lift your left leg up, point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back. Option to stay here, or maybe you round forward like 1 inch, 2 inch, right? Eventually picking up your left foot, all 10 fingers interlocked like you're about to help your best friend over a fence. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece. lamppost, unbroken, you have no knee. When you're ready, slowly lift your left leg up. And on this side, notice if your heel is turning in and your knee is turning out, that's the hip turning out. Bring your left heel to the left so the hips square off. Press heel forward, flex toes back, keep breathing. If both legs lock, bend elbows down, touch elbows to calf muscles, chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscle. Change, slowly reverse. Out, you can put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or a knee bend, Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, big toe points forward, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, round down, pick up your right foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. So you're working on your balance, your strength, determination, patience, and compassion. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee, balance on your left leg for 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, contract inner thigh and outer thigh. Lift your left leg, flex your toes back, keep your hips moving forward as you round down. So it's a compression posture. We're compressing the abdominal wall as we round and stretch the back. When you're ready, lift your left leg up, heel forward, toes back. If both legs lock, puff up chest and bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscle, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee, hold balance on your right leg for 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you come out. Lovely. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Bring your right hand up, showing you from an angle, out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. You're also welcome to grab the outside of your foot and stay here, or walk your hand around. Bring your left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. At first, just find a place where you can balance on your left leg. Lift your chin, lift your chest, seal your lips, relax your jaw, and breathe through your nose. When you're ready, start to come down. Bring the body down, leg up. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. And we'll do the other side. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle. Bring your right arm up, knees together. Lift your chin, lift your shoulder, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously charge your body forward. Take your time. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, palm of your right hand faces the floor. Get your right arm parallel to the floor. Slide right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, arch your spine, breathe through your nose. Towards the end, bring the body down to parallel, big toe to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up. Ooh. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, left arm up, right hip forward. So you're trying to even out your hips, both hips pointing forward. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So at base level, this is a balancing posture. It's also a back bend, right? We're opening through the front of the body, compressing the spine. Keep your chin and chest lifted, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, lift the left kneecap, point the right toes, kick a little harder, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Change, awesome. Slowly come up, looks good. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot, right arm up, left hip forward, hips pointing forward. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your right arm, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. You're kicking in 2 directions. You're kicking back and you're kicking up. Make sure you're not grabbing the floor with your right toes. That'll cramp the calf. Triceps tight, slide right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Keep kicking, keep stretching, keep breathing. In and out through the nose. Body down to parallel, big toe to the ceiling. Kick, kick, kick. Change, awesome. Come on up, beautiful. Come to the back of your mat.
to Dandasana balancing stick, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, and stretch up. Step your right foot forward, keep stretching, point your left toes, and when you're ready, come down like a slow moving seesaw. One day, arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, 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 change, good. Left foot down, right foot back, stretch up, step your left foot forward, keep stretching, point your right toes and tilt. So you want to go down slowly with control. One day parallel to the floor, it doesn't have to be today. Chest down, chin forward, charge your body forward, lift your right leg up, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, stretch up. Step your right foot forward, keep stretching, point your left toes, and when you're ready, come down. Every muscle in the body contracting, except your face, relax your face, squeeze your palms, touch your biceps to your ears, squeeze inner thighs, lock both legs, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, left foot down, right foot back, stretch up. Last one, step your left foot forward, stretch up, point your right toes and tilt. Charge your body forward, think like a human tug of war. You're stretching in both directions, lengthening the spine, stomach in, right hip down, stretch. Charge your body forward, stretch. Point your right toes, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that, you can come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will face you, standing separate legs, stretching, Dandayamana, Vikatapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down, parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. So there's lots of room to play here. You can try taking a bigger or smaller step. You can always turn your toes in more or point your toes forward. Eventually, you're gonna grab your heels. If you can't grab your heels, try grabbing the outsides of your feet or your pinky toe so you can pull. You can also start with your hands on the floor in front of you, especially if you have tight knees or hamstrings. Sometimes this is a good option. Roll forward, find your edge. You want the weight out of your heels and into the balls of your feet and maybe even your hands. Lift your hips up, push your knees back. If you've got a grip, pull, stretch, touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time. We're gonna flow to triangle, Trichinosa. Turn your right foot out, take a bigger step. Bend your right leg and lunge. Eventually your thigh will be parallel to the floor. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Sit as low as you can, opening the hips, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. You want a nice long diagonal line from your ankle to the crown of your head. So if your thigh isn't parallel to the floor, like mine is not, you're not collapsing all the way down, but you're also not staying all the way lifted, right? You want a nice middle ground where you stretch the left side body and tone the right side body. Use your right obliques, look up towards the ceiling, bend your right knee, turn, twist, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line, not crisscross. Okay, bend your left leg and lunge. You can play around with taking a bigger or smaller step. You can also play around with turning your right toes in a little bit if it helps you to sit down. Lean back and move your arms. Eventually, elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips just above your big and second toe, never touching the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, breathe through your nose. Sit a little bit lower, lift your chest, turn and twist. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, arms up, palms together, thumbs crossed, standing, separate leg, head to knee, Janu Sharasana. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room, look down, make sure you still have at least a yardstick between your feet. Turn your back toes in, press your left hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down slowly with control. Chin to chest, stomach in. Bend your front leg if you need to. Touch knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch your fingertips beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your front foot. Lift your right hip up. Move your left hip forward to get your 2 hips in line. Throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, stomach in, breathing normal. push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room, uncross your heels, make sure you still have a generous step, be generous with yourself, turn your back toes in, press your right hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down, right hip forward, left hip back, chin to chest, stomach in, bend your front leg, touch knee and head together. So this is a rounded spine posture, and this is one to be cautious of if your back is a little achy today or you have a history of slip disc. So eventually forehead and knee touch, but we're never forcing the body. To get your knee and head closer together, you might try taking a bigger or smaller step. You might try bending your front leg or really tucking your chin to your chest, but you're never forcing, right, your spine to round. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, full stop at the top. Beautiful. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Second set stretching, I'll show you from the side, arms overhead, step your right foot to the right, lock your legs, lift your chest, and go down, stick your butt up, all the way down. Try to go down with a flat back, grab your heels from behind. If you have a grip on your feet, try to bend your elbows back, elbows to calves. Lift your shoulders. It sounds counterintuitive to lift the shoulders here, but you want to lift them up to the ceiling to decompress the neck spine. So elbows back, shoulders up, belly in, stomach in. Roll forward, push big toes down, pull and stretch. Take a bigger step, touch forehead to floor, in between your feet. Feel a nice stretch on the backs of the legs. Feels so good. My hamstrings are tight today. Okay, change, slowly come up, take your time. Second set triangle, here we go. Turn your right foot out. Most folks want to take a wider step. Make sure your heels are in line. Bend your right leg, lunge. Notice if your knee is going to the left of your ankle, you want your right knee directly over your right ankle. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms, eventually elbow in front of the knee, never collapsing down. Use your right side torso, right obliques. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor, change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line, inhale, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and move your arms. Imagine you could lean the whole front of your body against a wall in front of you. So look up towards the ceiling, right ear back, left ear forward, reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, bring the left rib cage a little bit more forward, sit down, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, arms up, pivot on your heels, standing, separate leg head to knee, second set, turn your back toes in, press your left hip forward, stretch up, and go down. So again, if rounding your back does not feel good, you can go down with more of a flat back, right? Eventually, the middle part of your spine is the highest part of your body. You're opening the middle back. Chin to chest, abdomen in. You can bend your front leg or take a bigger step if it helps. Try and touch head and knee together. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, that one is hard for me today. I am tight, left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels. I'm gonna show you from the front. Again, make sure you have at least 36 inches between your feet. Turn your back toes in, press your right hip forward, stretch up and go down. Balance challenge, you're gonna keep your hands together. For balance, it helps to have the weight in your front foot. And it also helps if your heels aren't like crisscross, right? Think like you're on a yoga mat, not a tightrope. So heels can be a little uncrossed. Chin to chest, fingers beyond the big and second toe. If your hands are separated, start to walk them back together. Maybe thumbs cross, maybe palms together. Hold, squeeze, breathe. Push forehead into knee. Keep pressing your right foot into left foot into the floor. Lock both legs. Change, push the left foot into the floor as you come up. Head up, last. Beautiful. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose, which we can float a toe stand. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. But first, maybe your foot's on top of your shin, your knee, your thigh, eventually heel to costume. Let your right knee drop into a half floated shape. Never forcing your body, bring your right hand up to the center of your chest, and if you can balance left hand. Option to stay here or float a toe stand, start to fold forward, maybe just looking forward or dangling forward. Eventually hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit. Walk your hands back to either side of your hips. If you're staying in tree pose, move your right hip forward and your right knee back to open the hips. Left hand, right hand, elbows down, spine straight, may become a ½ inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor, lift your hips up, straighten your standing leg, press your hips forward to lift yourself up and change. Right leg down, very nice. Lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. Eventually heel to costume, let your left knee drop. And this side might feel different from the other side. It does for me. Left hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance right hand. Option to stay here or fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, bend your knees, sit down. If you're staying in tree pose, point your left toes, press your left hip forward, left knee down, spine straight, left hand, right hand, come a ½ inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor, lift your hips up, press your hips forward, good, and change. Left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. We're on the floor for the rest of class, and I'm gonna change our angle a little bit. Okay. Great. Wonderful. Okay, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. So I can definitely feel that it is hotter in DC, even with our windows closed. I'm like sweating more than I did a month ago. And I really love this sequence of yoga during seasonal transitions because it's kind of like a control group, right? The yoga stays the same. So you can measure like as temperature changes, as pollen in the air changes. Oh, I'm so itchy all the time right now. As like the sun changes, as how, as daytime, daylight changes, all that stuff, you have this nice control group to come back to and notice how things like, right, air quality, sunshine, heat or cold, etc., might affect or not affect your yoga practice. I find often that I am a little bit more flexible and open and light of heart in the summer than I am in the winter. But that's just me, right? We're all a little bit different. And we have this beautiful sequence of yoga that we can use to like stretch and strengthen and tone and learn balance, right? And also it's a nice way to just kind of reflect as things change around us. Ukatasana when you're moving pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body so you feel your neck spine stretch out a bit. Good, change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down, keep your right leg on the floor. If your right calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, you can try flexing your right toes back towards your face. Otherwise, keep the right foot relaxed. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other. If you can't grab your elbows right, you can grab your forearms, your wrists, you can interlace or clasp hands together, or just place your hands on your knees. The idea is we're pulling the thighs into the abdomen. Without lifting your head, look down the center line of your body so the spine stretches out. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down, eyes open, take a breath. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, squeeze and breathe. It is possible to overdo it. Notice if you're rolling way to the right, try to anchor your left shoulder, left butt, left thigh on the floor. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. Notice if your knee is coming out and your foot is coming in, that's the hip opening. Bring your left foot a little to the left so that ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder all run parallel to your spine. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself another big hug, maybe getting a little bit more compact in the second set or maybe not. We have 2 sets for a reason, right? In the first set, we're kind of like noticing how our body's feeling today. And then in the second set, we can adjust accordingly, either going deeper into a posture or doing a little bit less, doing a modification or skipping it entirely. But the first set is really like
like the informant, right? And then the second set is where we act accordingly. Change, arms down and eyes open. First set, diagnostic. Second set, kind of like the medicine, right? Like, what do I need today? Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, you can skip the sit up by rolling off to the side. I skip sit ups all the time. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use your back strength. Beautiful. Come up halfway only. Keep the elbows bent. Roll the shoulders back and down. Feet together. Lock your legs. Push your feet down. Hips down. Hands down. Look up. Chin up. Chest up. Stretch up. Breathe up. Good. Change slowly with control. Lower down. Look to your right. Left ear on your mat. Arms down. Palms face the ceiling. Toes together. Heels fall open. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor below the shoulders, elbows up, feet together, lock your legs, look up and lift. A little bit goes a long way here. The elbows stay bent. You're actively pressing your hands, your glutes, your feet into the floor. Do you think about lifting the kneecaps, the thighs up? This is the first posture in the spine strengthening series. If you sit at a desk all day, if you tend to drop your head while you look at, your work, your phone, your kids, your food, this is your posture, right? We're opening through the front of the body as we strengthen the spine. It's so good for back health. Change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, eyes open. So some people say that the standing series is a warm up and the stuff that we do on the floor is like the real yoga, right? This is the stuff that like heals our back, heals our heart, heals our spirit. Locust, Shalabhasana. I don't love this posture, but we're going to do it anyways. Chin forward, arm straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Option to keep your arms out to the side or eventually bring your arms underneath you. So one day pinky fingers touch. It's normal to experience a little bit of discomfort in this posture with the arms, but if it hurts, please keep your arms out to the side. Lock your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. Press the shoulders down, lift the leg up. Change, right leg down, relax right leg, lock left leg, point left toes, and lift left leg up. Stretch your big toe to the wall behind you, shoulders to the floor, squeeze, engage your triceps, lift your leg. Change, left leg down. So one leg is practice for two legs. Third part is the real deal locust pose, chin down, mouth on your mat. Bring your arms a little closer, knees, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Roll forward like a wheel, knees, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down, bring your arms out, and look to the right. As you release the arms, you release the tourniquet effect, right? Fresh blood rushes through the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, and the fingertips. Second set, chin forward, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. So when we have tight elbows, wrists, or shoulders, sometimes just straightening the arms with the palms facing down is enough of a stretch. Eventually you bring the arms underneath the body, which is also stretching out like tendons and ligaments in the arms and hands. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. But again, never going to a point of pain, a point where you're like grimacing or holding your breath. Mouth closed, eyes open, lift your right leg, change, right leg down, relax right leg, lock left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So you're toning, strengthening the whole back of your body, your calf, your hamstring, your glute, right? You're also working, strengthening all of the back muscles. Press the shoulders down, keep your triceps tight. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. You can do it. Mouth down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift both legs up, roll forward, shoulders down, triceps tight, spread your fingers wide, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, engage your hamstrings and calves, lift your thighs up, change, lower down, bring your arms out, look to the left and let that one go. If looking left and right does not feel good for your neck and shoulder, you are welcome to bend one or both hands so that your arms, I should say, so that your hands are close to your face with the arms bent, and that will take pressure off of the neck or shoulder. Shalabhasana, full locust, chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Everything lifts off the floor. Keep knees, feet together, fingers together.
Hands at like a 45-degree angle. So the palms aren't all the way down, but they're also not all the way up. Hands at like a 45-degree angle. Stretch your arms apart, keep your fingers together, feet, knees together, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right. And one of the great things about this style of yoga is, again, like it's the same every time. So it's meditative, it's kind of home base, a control group. When everything else in your life is changing, right? You know what comes next. And the other cool thing is it's a really smart sequence. Like anytime I'll like go on YouTube and be like, yoga for back pain, even if it's not the 26 and 2 sequence, all of these postures are recommended for like if you have back pain, right? Shoulder pain, hip pain. These are all, especially the postures on our stomach, so good for strengthening, healing the back. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. And the order is really smart too, right? Like in Cobra Pose, we lifted the chest. In Locust Pose, we lifted the legs, and now in full Locust, we're lifting the chest and legs at once. So really working into the back muscles. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Beauty, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, eyes open, mouth closed, take a breath. Dhanurasana floor bow. Chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside 2 inches below the toes. If you can't grab both feet, grab one foot, other arm in front, and then in the second set, you switch it out. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and kick into your hands. So in Cobra, Locust, and full Locust, we isolated different parts of the back. Here we bring the hands and the feet together. So now we're not just strengthening the back of our body, but we're like really compressing and we're really stretching, opening through the chest and shoulders. Point your toes, look up, kick, change, lower down, look to your right and take a breath. And remember that a little bit goes a long way. So you want to feel a nice opening through the chest and shoulders, healing compression to the spine. Again, you're strengthening your back, your calves, your hamstrings, but never going to a point of pain. Second set, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet or the other foot from the outside, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick. You're kicking in 2 directions, you're kicking back and you're kicking up. Let your shoulders roll back and open, squeeze shoulders together, open through the chest, point your toes, look up, kick, 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 kick. Good, change, lower down, good for you. Look to the left and take a breath. Okay, bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat. I will show you from the side, starting with fixed firm, Supta Vajrasana. Start in tabletop position, open your knees and feet. As you're ready, start to walk your hands back, and eventually you're gonna sink your hips down. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, behind you the whole time. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, then put hands on feet, right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. This is a really great posture for stretching out any tight joints or like any scar tissue in the knees, the ankles, the toes. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. And it's difficult for different people for different reasons, right? Like someone I know who used to be like a marathon runner, their toes are really tight. So like their knees are flexible, but the toes, they can barely sit down in this versus like someone else I know who's like a basketball player, their knees are really tight, right? So if you can't sit down all the way, that's okay. This is actually like a really good posture for folks who are like cyclists, runners, anything where you're using the lower body joints. Sometimes you might find that you don't go as far into the posture, but it's really good for working through any scar tissue or like tight muscles, joints, or connective tissue in the lower body. You're welcome to skip the sit up by rolling off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. And if you ever find after class that your back is hurting, next class, you definitely want to skip the sit-ups. Those are the #1 thing to go with back pain. Second set, you can try opening your knees a little wider. When you're ready, walk your hands back. Another pro tip, if you have big calf muscles, you can put your hands on your calves and like roll them out, and that'll help you sit down more. Sometimes you just have to make a little bit of room. If you can sit between your heels, put your hands on your feet, right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on floor, arms overhead, take a breath. Think about sending a nice long breath to a part of your body that could use a little extra love. Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, turn around, Savasana. As you release from the posture, you release the tourniquet effect. Fresh blood rushes through the hips, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, and toes. So sometimes they're released from a posture, right? It's as therapeutic as the posture itself. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and slowly with control, go down, arms with ears, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, nice flat back, keep your chin a little away from your chest so your neck is neutral as well. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come up, knees, feet together. Very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Letting everything stretch out and realign to the floor. Let the floor hold you up. You can skip the sit up by rolling off to one side. Otherwise, legs together, arms with your ears, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, heels on the floor. Wonderful. Okay, come to the back of your mat. Second set, knees, feet together, hips on your heels. If it hurts to sit on your knees, you can always start standing on your shins. Arms overhead, stretch up and go down. You are welcome to put one or both hands on the floor and help yourself down. Otherwise, arms with ears, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, 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 re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Change, squeeze feet together, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath, feel your chest rise and fall, staying in your body, staying with your breath. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Come to the top of your mat, Camel Ustrasana, showing you from the side. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and feet. If you have tight knees, you can roll up your mat so there's extra padding under your knees. Put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers to the floor. Press your hips forward, look up. Lift your nose and chin, one day head goes back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Full palm grip on your heels. Change, put your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So remember that the first set is diagnostic, right? So in the first set, if you had to come out early or you felt really dizzy or lightheaded, in the second set, you want to go a little bit slower, and we'll make the second set a little bit longer so that you can go slower. If in the first set you went, you grabbed your heels and then it was like change and you're like, what, I could stay here forever. Maybe in the second set you go a little bit deeper, right? But the idea is second set, I'm going to give us a little bit more time to go slowly into the posture. And you're going to use what you learned in the first set. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, so option to go slower, to go deeper, to do a little less. Can open your knees wider, put your hands on your back. I'm going to stand back a little bit, put your hands on your back, keep your eyes open, drop your head back. Option to stay here, or one day go back halfway. And remember, you can go at your own rate. Option to stay here with your hands on your back, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel. If you can't grab your heels, keep your hands on your back. Squeeze your butt, hips forward, chest up, head back. And change. Put your hands on your back, press yourself up. Head up last, very nice. Turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So sometimes we can feel like a little or a lot in back bends. They're stimulating. But again, in a world that like we hunch forward so much, especially over our phones, back bends might feel a little bit foreign, but they're so healthy for your back. So just keep that in mind, even if it's uncomfortable. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So after that stimulating back bend, we do a soothing, calming forward fold. Rabbit Sasangasana, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So if you have a long torso like I do, you might not be able to grab your heels from the top, and that's okay. As you round down, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, reach back and grab your heels. Now, if you have a tight back, this might be enough. You can keep your hips on your heels. When you're ready, lift your hips up and forward. Keep your feet on the floor, heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, so your head comes up last. Very nice, turn around, Savasana. And again, you can use what you learned in the first set to inform the second set. So if in first set, like that did not feel good for your back, maybe you just like go down with your head to the floor, but you don't even like lift the hips, right? And that can be enough for me on days when my back is tight. In the first set, it felt like, there's maybe some more room to explore. Maybe in the second set, you try to bring your hips forward more so your hips are over your knees. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, second set, and often in second set, we can go a little deeper, right? Because the body has done that motion before. Knees, feet together, grab your heels, stretch up, chin to chest, and slowly go down. This is actually my favorite part of the posture is going into it. Feels like a little back massage. You want to feel each part of your back move, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, lift your hips up, squeeze heels together. And you can keep your hips on your heels or move the hips up and forward, shoulders up, abdomen in, feel your back stretch. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. Okay, we're gonna finish with one set of head to knee, one set of stretching, and flow that into spine twist. So another rounded spine posture. You're welcome to skip the sit up or legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, Sharasana, right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. You can bend your front right leg as much as you need to touch your knee and head together. Slowly over time, the leg lengthens or even locks. Bend elbows down to really open through the shoulder blade scapula. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, two legs make an L. Stretch up, beautiful, turn to your left. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Notice if you're rolling way to the left, bring your right hip down, right knee down, right shoulder down. Feel both sides of your back stretch. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down and sit up. Stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a proud chest, a straight spine, flat back. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, puff up your chest and fold. Stick your butt out, go down with a flat back, shoulders back, chest forward, pull and stretch. Beautiful, change, stay seated, spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch right heel to left knee. You can also have your left leg straight out in front of you. Right arm behind you, left arm up, bend over, grab left knee with left hand, hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your right shoulder twist. Evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. If you can balance, take your right hand off the floor, reach behind you, try to grab left thigh with right hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Beautiful, change, unwind, swap out your legs, bend right leg on floor, or keep right leg in front of you. Left arm behind you, right arm up, bend over, push the knee out of the way, grab right knee with right hand. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back. You can keep your left hand behind you or do the half bind. Think about stretching the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull your abdomen in, look over left shoulder, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. So we begin this sequence with the breathing exercise and we end full circle with the breathing exercise. So we always start and finish focusing on lung health. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Kapalabhati breathing, knees, feet together, hips on your heels. You are also welcome to sit on your butt with crisscross applesauce or legs out in front of you. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the idea is you forcefully exhale through your mouth as you pull your abdomen in. So it kind of looks like Baby Yoda is sneezing over and over again. The exhale is very audible. The inhale is passive, subtle. You barely notice it's happening. Sit up tall, shoulders down, and begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back. Turn around, final Savasana. If you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time to lie down, at least for a minute. You can close your eyes, open your arms and legs. With every inhale, the spirit gets a little lighter. And with every exhale, your body gets a little heavier. Using your breath to soothe the body, to soothe the mind. Take a slow inhale through your nose, feel your chest rise. Slow exhale through your nose, feel your chest fall. Picture yourself in perfect, radiant health.